Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Ready for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be focusing on a figure who's been kind of quietly making waves in the business world, Matt Furlong.
Yeah, Furlong.
You might know him best from his time as the CEO of GameStop.
Right.
There's actually a lot more to this story than meets the eye. And we're going to try to piece together what we can from articles and reports and even like speculation about what he's up to now.
Yeah,
It's going to be a fascinating deep dive.
I think so.
So to kick things off, what for you is the most interesting thing about Furlong's career so far?
I think the most interesting thing about Furlong is really the contrast. Like, you have this guy who spent years at Amazon, which is known for, being cutting edge tech and this, like, data-driven approach.
Right.
And then he goes to GameStop, which, let's face it, was struggling to keep up with the digital age. And he kind of turned things around, at least financially, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he took like a master class in digital business at Amazon and then decided to apply it to a completely different beast.
Totally.
And let's start with those Amazon years. He was there for 8 years, eventually became the country leader for Amazon Australia.
Yeah.
What kind of skills do you think that he honed during that time?
I mean, just think about what it takes to even just run a section of Amazon. You need to be like incredibly organized, data-driven, and like customer-focused. You're dealing with massive amounts of data, complex logistics, constantly changing consumer demand. So I think Furlong would have had to like master all of that to reach the position he did at Amazon.
Right, so he's basically like a logistics ninja with a black belt in customer satisfaction.
Yeah, like that.
And then he takes that to GameStop, a company that was facing like declining revenues, intense competition from online retailers,
Yeah.
digital downloads.
It's a different world.
Totally different world.
Yeah.
So what was that like when he took over?
So when Furlong took over as CEO in June 2021, GameStop was at a crossroads. I think a lot of people were wondering if they could even survive in this new digital landscape. But under his leadership, they didn't just survive, they actually thrived, at least for a while.
And the numbers are impressive. They reported a $48 million profit in Q4 2022, which was their first profitable quarter in years. And they slashed expenses by $164 million.
Impressive.
These aren't minor tweaks, these are massive changes.
Yeah.
How did he do it?
He brought that Amazon mindset with him. He focused on streamlining operations, cutting costs, making the most of their existing resources. One of the reports that we have mentions that he managed to reduce fulfillment costs by almost $100 million annually.
Wow.
Just by using GameStop's existing store network for online orders.
Huh.
So basically, he turned what many saw as a liability, all those physical stores, into an asset.
It's like judo, using your opponent's strength against them instead of trying to compete with Amazon on their terms. He found a way to leverage GameStop's unique strengths.
Precisely.
And make it work for him.
And he also knew how to make every dollar count, He boosted their marketing efficiency, achieved a 107% increase in return on ad spend. So clearly he understood their target audience and how to reach them effectively.
Okay, so we see he's got the Amazon experience, he's clearly got the skills, and he achieved some pretty incredible results at GameStop. Why did he leave after just 2 years? What happened?
Yeah, that's where things get a little murky. Furlong's departure in June 2023 was officially described as without cause, which basically means that there was no specific reason given publicly. And of course, that lack of transparency just fueled tons of speculation.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies where the hero just rides off into the sunset and you're left wondering what happens next. And in Furlong's case, the mystery just deepened because he stayed pretty quiet about his plans.
Right, so the rumor mill starts churning. What were some of the popular theories about what he was going to do next?
Well, a lot of the speculation centered around Ryan Cohen, who's the current executive chairman at GameStop. Cohen is a bit of a legend in the business world. He co-founded Chewy, that online pet retailer.
Oh yeah, Chewy. I've heard Cohen is the one who really pushed GameStop to embrace e-commerce and kind of reinvent itself.
Exactly. He's seen as like the architect of GameStop's attempted transformation. And some people believe that he has even bigger plans that go way beyond just selling video games.
Okay.
Like there's this idea floating around that he wants to create this whole ecosystem of digital and retail brands, potentially even taking on Amazon.
Wow, okay, now that's a bold move. Challenging Amazon is no small feat.
Yeah.
But how does Furlong fit into all of this?
That's the million-dollar question. One theory is that Furlong's secretly working with Cohen on a new venture. Cohen has a privately held company called Teddy, and its purpose is totally shrouded in secrecy. Some people believe that Teddy could be like the foundation for this ambitious ecosystem play.
Okay, so Furlong might be laying low, quietly building something big with Cohen. It's like a secret mission only. Instead of saving the world, they're trying to like revolutionize retail.
Exactly. And it gets even more intriguing. There's another piece to this puzzle that involves BBBYQ, which is what Bed Bath & Beyond is calling itself after emerging from bankruptcy.
Wait, Bed Bath & Beyond. What does a home goods retailer have to do with video games and Ryan Cohen? This is getting complicated.
Right. It sounds like a strange connection, but some analysts believe that Cohen might want to merge GameStop with BBBYQ.
Right.
The idea is to create this massive, diversified retail powerhouse that could offer a wider range of products and compete more effectively with giants like Amazon.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So we've got GameStop, a company trying to reinvent itself. We've got Ryan Cohen, this visionary entrepreneur with these grand ambitions. We've got Matt Furlong, the quiet operator with a proven track record of success. Plus, there's this mysterious company, Teddy, and then like a struggling home goods retailer. It's like a business thriller with a dash of reality TV.
Yeah, you're getting it. And the best part is we don't know how it's going to end. It's all speculation at this point, but the possibilities are pretty fascinating.
So what's the evidence for all of this? Is there anything concrete that backs up these theories, or is it just wishful thinking on the part of GameStop fans?
It's a mix of both. There are definitely some clues out there. For example, Furlong's LinkedIn profile currently lists him as self-employed in a CEO, board member, and advisor capacity.
Oh, interesting.
He doesn't mention any specific companies, which could be a deliberate move to maintain secrecy.
Ooh, that's a little suspicious. Like he's intentionally keeping things under wraps. What other hints are there?
Well, Ryan Cohen has been making some strategic moves that suggest he's thinking beyond GameStop's traditional business model. He's invested in blockchain technology, explored the potential of NFTs, and pushed the company in a more digital and decentralized direction. It's clear that he wants to disrupt the retail landscape.
Okay, so it's possible that Furlong's expertise in e-commerce and operations would be like incredibly valuable in building out this new vision, whether it's through Teddy or through acquisitions like BBBYQ. It's like they have all the pieces of the puzzle and they're just figuring out how to put them together.
That's a great analogy, and that's what makes this story so captivating. We're watching it unfold in real time, and we have no idea what the final picture will look like. It's like a real-life business mystery.
Okay, so we've laid out the players, the rumors, and the potential endgame. But here's what I'm really curious about. What does all of this mean for us regular folks? If this grand vision actually becomes reality, how would it change our shopping experience? Would we all be buying our video games and bath towels from the same mega corporation?
That's an excellent question, and one that leads us to the heart of this deep dive. If Cohen and Furlong are successful, they could fundamentally change the way we shop and interact with brands.
Now that would be something. Let's dive into that, shall we?
Yay.
All right, so we've been talking about Ryan Cohen's grand vision, maybe even a retail revolution, and Matt Furlong's potential role in all of it. But let's bring it back down to earth for a second. What does this actually mean for the average consumer like you and me?
Well, that's the key question, isn't it? It's easy to get caught up in the speculation and the big picture ideas. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to how this impacts our lives. If Cohen and Furlong are actually successful, they could change the way we shop in some really fundamental ways.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Paint me a picture. What might this new retail landscape look like?
Okay, so imagine a world where you're not just shopping on one website for everything. Instead, you're part of this network of specialized brands, each catering to a specific community or interest.
Okay, so instead of just going to Amazon and searching for gaming headphones, I might go to a GameStop-owned site that's all about gaming gear and super connected to the gaming community.
Exactly. And maybe this network also includes a platform like Teddy, but for home goods and lifestyle products, with a focus on sustainability and ethical sourcing. It's not just about buying stuff, it's about belonging to this community of like-minded people.
I see. So it's like the difference between going to this giant department store where you feel lost in the crowd versus going to your favorite local shop where everybody knows your name and you feel like you're a part of something.
That's a great analogy. And this sense of community could even extend to how these brands operate. Imagine BBBYQ with its focus on home goods, tailoring its products and experiences to appeal specifically to gamers who want to create awesome gaming spaces in their homes.
Oh, that's a really cool idea. So it's not just about offering different products. It's about curating those products and experiences in a way that resonates with specific groups of people. But what about convenience? Amazon is known for its fast shipping, easy returns, all those perks that make shopping super easy. How could this new ecosystem compete with that?
Well, that's where Furlong's expertise comes in. Remember, one of his major achievements at GameStop was streamlining their fulfillment operations and leveraging their physical stores to speed up delivery times.
Oh, right. He turned those stores into like distribution centers, essentially.
Yeah.
So could they use a similar strategy with this new network of brands?
Absolutely. If these brands had physical stores as well as online platforms, they could offer this hybrid shopping experience. That combines the convenience of online shopping with the immediacy of brick-and-mortar retail. Imagine ordering something online and being able to pick it up at your local GameStop or BBBYQ within the hour.
Now, that would be a game changer. It would definitely give them an edge over Amazon in terms of speed and flexibility. So let me see if I got this straight. This hypothetical retail ecosystem would be built on strong communities, personalized experiences, and this mix of online and offline shopping. It's a pretty compelling vision, but is it realistic?
It's definitely ambitious. There are a lot of challenges involved, like integrating different brands and platforms seamlessly is no easy feat. Managing logistics across this network of physical stores and online channels is incredibly complex. And we can't forget about the ever-changing landscape of consumer behavior and technology. What's hot today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Right, keeping up with the trends and staying ahead of the curve is going to be crucial. They'd need to be constantly adapting and innovating.
Exactly. But if they can pull it off, it would be a game changer. It would offer a genuine alternative to Amazon, a more personalized and community-driven way to shop. It's an exciting prospect.
It really is. It feels like we're at this crossroads in how we shop and interact with brands. And who knows, maybe Matt Furlong and Ryan Cohen are leading the charge towards like a whole new era of retail.
And that brings us to our final thought for you to ponder as we wrap up.
Ooh, I love a good cliffhanger. Lay it on us.
Okay, so imagine this. What if this vision actually comes true? Could this retail ecosystem not only compete with Amazon, but actually surpass it in terms of market share, customer loyalty, and innovation? What would it take to dethrone the king of e-commerce?
Well, that's a question to sleep on. It's been a fascinating deep dive exploring Matt Furlong's career, Ryan Cohen's ambitions, and the potential for a retail revolution. Thanks to our expert for guiding us through all of it.
It's been my pleasure. And remember, the story is not over yet. Keep your eyes peeled for what happens next in this retail saga. It's bound to be interesting.
And to all of our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. Until next time, happy shopping and keep those minds curious.